Okay, so let's see. Okay, we are doing day 13 of this Python replit course as I have nothing else to do. So yeah, so basically basically what I'm doing is it's a grade generator. Honestly, this is like a free course anybody could take online. It's just called 100 Days of Python on replit. So I'm just running through each of the days. So grade generator. Essentially, we just have to create a fake exam. Obviously, I picked a physics 4A exam. Made a variable for max score, which is honestly you can just put it as anything. I put 100. Simple. User score essentially is just the input function, which is converted to an integer because we're inputting a number, and then we need to use it for some arithmetic operations. And obviously you can't use a string for arithmetic operations, so you have to convert it to either an integer or a float. But in our case, we're not really working with decimals values for our input, so we're just going to have integers. I might change it to a float, that depends. I could change it to a float. Let's change it to a float. Let's make it more complicated. Okay, now I just gotta enter this information in terms of what grade corresponds to what percentage. I mean, obviously the percentage calculation is pretty simple. User score divided by the max score, which gives us a decimal, times 100. Yeah, that would give us our percentage. Let's go. So if they receive between 70 to 79, they would get a B. So grade is equal to. I'm gonna theorize that there might be an issue because I think these are probably just local functions, local variables. So that might cause a problem. But we'll figure that out once we make progress with our code. elif greater than or equal to, in this case for a C is 60 to 69, and user percent is less than or equal. This is just mainly repetitive at this point, but whatever, it's practice. So put that grade would equal C. Another elif. And from what I learned, elifs go between if and else functions. So obviously I'm not going to commentate too much. This is just me typing. You can watch as I code. 50 to 59. Grade that would receive D. And then else if a user percent is just in general less than 50, then essentially just say, I'm not gonna put U, I'm just gonna put F, so that would make more sense. If it's less than 50, obviously if I gotta put this, and then yeah. Insert valid, insert acceptable value. Try again. Insert acceptable value. Try again. Seems good enough. And then see what happens if we try to run it, if we have this print function outside of our if and elif functions. Okay. Suppose we receive 90. It seems to be working. I guess it doesn't matter. So suppose we receive 50. 50 is a D, which means which is a D grade, which is a. Oh yeah, let me get rid of that comma. So let's see. Suppose we got 70, which is a, yeah, that makes more sense. Okay, it seems to be working. And then if we enter below 50, suppose 45. Not below 50, I mean. Honestly, I don't. Yeah. Just like a negative number won't work. Honestly, I should put a cap on that. User percentages, if it's and so it doesn't, go to a negative value. Obviously, that would not work. It doesn't work like that. Greater than or equal to 0. Honestly, let's do this. Greater than or equal to 0, so let's try that. So suppose we got a 49, so you got an F. I mean, I could. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay. So suppose we got -5. Okay, that gives us an error. So I see if we go beyond the max score, we get an error. It means okay, I guess once it drops below, there is no value for the grade. Else grade is equal to undefined. Okay, that's funny. Let's see what happens if because grade isn't defined. I guess once it drops below 0 or is more than 100, which is an undefined, undefined grade not possible. I guess we can put just empty the print function. Just make it look cleaner, I guess. I suppose we got 150 somehow. Insert acceptable value, try again. That means you got 150 on your exam, which is an undefined grade. Possible. Let's make it funny. Let's make it undefined. Undefined, not. Undefined. Possible. Just make it funny, I guess. Possible grade. Let's make it funny. Suppose we get negative 100. Insert acceptable value, try again. This means you got negative 100, which is a impossible grade. That looks good. And if you try running through most of them, it should be working. So suppose we get 75. Now let's change up the max value actually. See if it's out of 55. Yeah, okay, that should. So suppose we have, let's run this again. So if it's out of 55, we should, yeah, so suppose we get a 45. That means you got, okay, so here's the issue right here. If it's giving me a float here, which I need to round. For that's just to do with the user percent. User percent, we can just fix it right here. User percent, let's go to round. We need to round, what are we rounding? User percent. Rounding to, let's just do 2 decimal places. That should fix it. Yeah, so this is basically asking what we're rounding, and then this is just a variable. I guess we can, since it's a variable, we can just put this. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Alright, yeah, you can just leave it the same, honestly. It doesn't really matter. Just changes the variable. What's inside? Say you got 45 again. Which means you got 81.82%. Suppose we get a 45, not 40, let's say 20. You got 36.36 on your exam. See what happens if we put like some negative value. Yeah, okay, so it's working. Yeah, it's working. So yeah, I guess this code works. Overall looks good. If we change the max score, it would change whatever's inside the float. So this code is pretty well constructed for, I guess, a beginner. Looks pretty good. Alrighty, thanks for watching my video. Thanks for watching me program. And yeah, alrighty, and this is the inefficient engineer ending this video. Thanks for watching.